Welcome to the Sleevie G Show. I'm the host of your most. My name is Gomez, and today, another great special guest. I'd like to introduce Gene Potts, the lead vocalist of Colossal Street Jam. What's going on, Gene?
What's up, brother? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on tonight. It's a huge honor. I know it's a little bit of a late night for both of us. You're kind of used to it more than I am.
Yeah.
My days of late nights have ended since I became a dad or a pops now, 7 years ago. So my late nights, I'm usually in bed probably by now, but tonight's a special night to have you on the show, man.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming on. Me, at least, I appreciate it. I got to thank Tom from Tag Productions for making it happen too. The interaction between us was great, and looking forward to this because I'll tell you, I love the sound you guys have.
Thank
And
you.
it was kind of funny. Asbury Park Vibes. This is the one that stuck out of everybody who's talked about you guys. This
Hmm.
one stuck out to me. Colossal Street Jam, CSJ for short, is a true American rock and roll band.
Yeah, I like that one too.
It's probably one of my favorites, and I quoting it from Asbury Park Vibes here in Jersey. Let's get it right, guys. Jersey band, Jersey group, Jersey people, baby.
Yep.
So we're Jersey strong tonight again. How did you guys come up with the band? Like, how did this happen?
Well, Colossal Street Jam's been together for a long time. Sal, Tony, and I. Sal, the guitar player, who also sings backup vocals, some lead vocals on some things, and Tony, our bass player. We got together, believe it or not, when we were teens, which is quite a while ago, and we started this band. We went from being just a 4-piece band to then became a 5-piece band in the 90s. We were a house band at the Pony for a short period of time.
Nice.
Sunday night band. We've opened up for everybody there, the Fast Lane. We did the whole Asbury scene and then tried to break out from there. In about 94, 95, we called it a day. And then in 2013, we just decided to bring it back. And it really didn't take off until about 2015, 2016. But we have 2 new members since then in our band. Eric Safka is our keyboard player, Hammond organ player, and Dave Halpern is our drummer. And it's been since about 2015, and we're going strong. Actually, this is becoming our best year since we put out this new record. A lot of good things going on.
And I'll tell you, I got to hear the record, man. From start to finish, loved every second of it.
Thank you.
Love the vibe. Now, me, I'm not like the big rock star lifestyle and and all that stuff, but I love music. And one thing I said, always love to hear the piano with rock and roll for some strange reason, or the organ. Something about that sounds so harmonic. Like it just gives it a different feel. Like if you were crossed in with Kid Rock meets, I don't know, I hate to say the movie Jack Frost, Michael Keaton with the organ player playing in the background, and it's just got this awesome sound. Like I can't explain because that's how great it is.
Yeah, we're 70s influence. So, you had a lot of bands like Deep Purple that, put that kind of spin on their music, where the heavy organ, and some of the prog rock bands like ELP and stuff like that. So when we were lucky enough to get Eric in the band, it was a big plus for us because it made that not only, some parts are heavy because of that bottom end of the Hammond organ, but also he's a great piano player as well. So we're covering all the genres of the 70s rock vibe, maybe a little more edgier at times, but that's where we're at.
Yeah, and I will say I could hear the edginess on actually the most updated album you guys did. I was actually able to hear it on Spotify. And I got to hear the last album that came out in 2016, if I remember correctly.
Living Free came out in 2016, and then we did an EP called Just Take Hold, which came 2018. So that was a 5-song EP. And then this album, No Way to Live, was actually supposed to be out 2 years ago, but between the pandemic and also health issues with people in the band, we had a off on everything.
No, and when COVID hit, it hit everybody pretty damn hard, like you said. And hopefully the health issues with the band, everybody's okay.
Everybody's doing great. Yeah, everybody's doing great now. Sal, our guitar player, had lymphoma.
Oh wow.
able to beat it. He's been back for well over a year now. I had prostate cancer, which started off the whole thing right before COVID hit. So we had started the album and just got slowed down by that. And for the first time ever, we actually wrote an album in the studio without playing a majority of the songs live. So there's 8 songs on the record that we never even played until probably a couple months ago.
Wow. So, wow, I respect the hell out of you and and Sal, man. You guys have gone through a lot before even. Just wow. I'm so set back. I wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about it too much, but the thing is, it throws into why it took so long from 2018 to 2023 to put it out when we're writing all the time and we are playing out. We don't play out as much as we'd like to. Definitely looking towards the end of 2023 with jumping on the road for a little bit. We're not in the we're not able to go out and do a full month away from home. Good. We're just not in that place in our life right now. But to get out for 5 days and jump in, the tour bus that our keyboard player has and just hit some different states. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're planning on doing, getting the record out to different places.
And I respect that from you and Sal because, unfortunately, I lost my dad a long, long time ago to cancer, stomach. He unfortunately he was stage 4 and we caught it too late. And anybody who survives what you and Sal just went through, I praise both of you guys, and I'm happy you guys are doing great. For you and your families. That's straight up, man, because that's hard, man. I saw the good, I seen the bad of my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what keeps me pushing because I got my 2 kids.
Yeah.
I'm not a skinny guy, but I'm trying to get better for my kids. You know what I mean? It's
Hey man, we're all trying to get better every day. I know I am as well. So, there's a lot of things in your life you wish you could do better and you just got to keep pushing ahead,
And that's what I'm doing. And with mental health, COVID, my anxiety went up horribly. A lot of stuff happened, like you said, you know what I mean, with you and Sal. And just when COVID hit here in my house, man, I just tore my MCL. I just had the baby, had Anthony. Just everything did not go well the first couple of months when we had Anthony or my little boy. But thank God for my wife, strong as hell. I'll give her a lot of props, man. She's the rock of the family.
Yeah.
I
got one here as well, my friend.
So, really a lot of respect for you and Sal and your families to be there for you guys in your time of needs, because I've seen people leave, you know what I mean? And that's huge. That's why
I actually lost my father-in-law 3 weeks ago to cancer.
So my condolences.
It's new and it's new and it's fresh and it sucks. And
it does.
Just, you do your best for the people that you love and the people around you. My wife, what she's going through right now. So you just continue to push and that was really the whole, and not to get away from what we were just saying.
No.
Meaning of this record, like this record, No Way to Live. It covers not only personal issues, but also like social. Talk about anxiety. There's 2 on the record. We just released a video 3 weeks ago called Seconds. Seconds about depression and not succumbing to it, but overcoming it. The line in the song is seconds ticking down, time to act is now. And in the video, there's an actress who is, taking pills and then just decides that I'm not doing this. I want to live.
Yeah.
So check out the video if you haven't seen it yet. It came out 3 weeks ago.
I've been popping up on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of your stuff. And like I said, you guys have a great message. You know what I mean?
We're trying. It used to be in the old days where you just write about whatever comes out of your mind, whether, wine, whiskey, and song,
Yeah.
And wine, women, and song, I should say. But
true.
Not that way anymore. It's we're trying to touch on a lot of things that go on in our lives and other people's lives. And, go back to what we were talking about before, anxiety runs through my family, and the song My Fight Alone, definitely take a listen to that song. I think you'll associate the lyrics to maybe some things that you were going through.
Yeah, there's a good chance, you know what I mean? Like you said. And that's something, when you're putting the lyrics together, is it just, is it you and Sal, or is it like the whole band that does it together and like they'll throw their inputs in, what they think and all that?
As far as lyrics go, Sal comes in with the riffs. He's the idea guy. And there's sometimes that he'll write a full song.
Mhm.
There's times where he'll just have a melody or something, and then there's when I write lyrics as well. So, and sometimes he'll bring something. I'll be like, "Hey, you mind if I change this? I'm feeling something a little different here." And we do work together, and the band works together as a whole, and that's what's been really great about this since I'd say about the record that we put out in 2018, the EP. We really wrote more as a family,
Mhm.
as like everybody had their say. 2016, the Living Free record was pretty much done when we brought in Dave and Eric.
Right.
Added their parts to it. Dave recut some drums. Eric just laid some keys down. But since then, it's been more of a group effort, and everybody has their say. And I think that's why this record is doing so well for us, is that everybody has their part, everybody has their say. And it's just, you have guys that are just influenced by so many different things, but also the same thing.
Mhm.
It just kind of works out. Like, I'm a big metalhead. There's nobody in the band that's a big metalhead. Like, I listen to I love R&B and soul, and I love neo soul, but when I'm driving, I'm listening to the heaviest metal death metal.
Yeah.
I sing, and I've been trained to do differently, and it's just, we have so many diverse influences, and I think it works for this band. It just shows a diverse side of a band that can kind of be to go back and forth between genres and make good music, which I feel we at this point we're definitely making the best music we've ever done.
I'll tell you, the 2016 album, the album now, and what you guys have been putting out, I gotta tell you, man, you guys, it's the best way. Like a good whiskey or a good scotch, you're just getting better with age. You know what I mean?
Got 200 bottles sitting right here, my friend.
Nice. I might have to stop by one night and try one of those. Look at that. Unfortunately, I'm on my Canada Dry sparkling water here today. I gotta be up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning to go to work.
Yeah, I'm not working tomorrow, so
All right,
I got a gig tomorrow night, but
cool.
that's not till 5 o'clock, so I'm good.
You got some time to rest. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'll be going home at 5 o'clock. I have a dinner to go to with work after 5 o'clock. But the music, I see you guys went on the road too. You guys have traveled to Europe too. Now, how was that going to
Amazing.
Europe? I can only imagine.
It's just, what? Our tour manager actually just landed in Newark about an hour ago. He's here for 2 weeks. We're working on March 2024.
Okay.
We're trying to go out for the first time we went out, we went for, I think it was 14, 15 days. The second time was 12. And we're gonna try and push for 12 to 14 the next time we go out. Hit the UK this time. We haven't hit the UK yet. And right before COVID, we had this great tour set up, and we were bringing anybody from the US that wanted to travel with us. We set up a tour plan, and we called it the Friends Tour. And we had like 50 people traveling with us, but we were going to start in Amsterdam,
Okay.
way to Paris, and then back up. So our first tour that we did as the 5-piece out and we started in the Netherlands, and then we went to Germany, we went to Belgium, back to Germany, and then back to the Netherlands. And the second time we did pretty much almost the same track, but this last time that got canceled, and we tried to reschedule it a couple times, we were going to Paris. So
Okay.
this time I think we swap Paris out for the UK, maybe get 1 or 2 gigs in the UK, and then just come across and see where it goes. But not that we have a huge fan base, I won't lie to you. It's not like we're playing sold out shows, but we're playing good shows, and we've jumped on with some good bands. And I hope that continues to grow, because a lot of our Spotify listens, a lot of our video views are coming from the Europe market. It's
Okay.
not, I'd have to say it's 50-50 from here and from Europe. It's, we've got some fans over there, and it's growing. And with this Active Music Management, which is the booking agent that we're using over there, he's
Okay.
some good work for us.
And as I'm actually, I am following you guys on YouTube, and I do follow you guys on Spotify actually, because anybody whose music when something catches my ear, it's worth every penny to listen to. You know what I mean? When I heard, there was a demo song the first time, when I saw Tom sent out the release on Tag Productions, and again, I got to mention him, because if it wasn't for him, I would never have connected
The
with you.
commentaries here are great, and we've been with them since 2016. Tag has been a big part of getting our music out to everybody. You know,
And I'll tell you, and Tag has done great because I just recently talked to the guys from the Six.
yeah,
And I just had tuning in all of them. Their show's being released 4th of July weekend.
nice.
So the guys were so cool, so awesome, and were very respectful, and having you on as the second from Tag has been amazing. It's been a great relationship I'm having with them and you guys because I've gotten lucky. You're from New Jersey, and here we are. You know what I mean? We're Jersey
Where are
proud.
you in Jersey?
I'm in North Jersey. I'm in Morris County.
Okay.
As July is coming around, I am going to be down at South Jersey for Wildwood with my family soon. And I'm a Jersey guy. I love my state. I represent the state, and this is what I love to do. And I look like you. I want to branch out and get bigger. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I want to branch out, but if whatever I can get from New Jersey, it just makes it so much sweeter for me because people notice.
A lot of great bands in this state, man. There really are.
They are. I mean,
untapped talent that just isn't getting the recognition it should, and there's some that are getting the recognitions that they shouldn't. But
there's a couple bands.
That's a story for another day. But
yeah, that's another story. Exactly.
Yeah, there are some really great bands. We are from the Asbury Park area.
Okay.
Asbury is literally 5 miles from my house right here. It's not that we don't identify with what comes out of Asbury because Asbury is very diverse.
Yes, it is.
We can't be lumped in with a lot of the music that's coming out. That the generic like horn bands and stuff like that. That's not where we're at.
No.
We're just trying to be our own selves, and that's what we've been doing for a long time. And we get the 70s tag on us, which, hey, listen, we honor it, but I think we're much more at this point.
Listening to you guys, listen to the albums, and No Way to Live, like you said, hearing that first, say, 30 seconds of the song hooked me.
Yeah,
the organ, the guitar, the drums, everything. The opening was so strong. It just like, wow, I need to hear more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's respectful, like you said. Asbury, you're right. It's very diverse. I had my buddy, he had 2 bands. He had his punk band that played a couple of shows in Asbury Park. And then he's had his cover band that's played a couple of shows in Asbury Park, random locations. And one of his bands, his rock band, the Fourth, this is one of my oldest, greatest friends. He opened up for Zakk Wylde at Stone Pony.
Wow.
And for me to be there backstage with them, I was like, I guess, kind of their roadie. I guess.
How long ago was that? Do you remember?
Oh man, I want to say it's the early 2000s, like between either 2001 and 2005.
Yeah, I went to school with JD, Zach's bass player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we had
he's a couple years older than me, but we've been friends for a long time.
See, that's awesome. I mean, we got the chance. Well, they did. I was more backstage, getting the drums ready, making sure everything is ready. And for me, it was an honor to be backstage with them because they're 4 of my greatest friends, 4 guys who
and it's the Stone Pony.
It's the Stone Pony.
There's people that would die to play the Stone Pony.
Dude, I just died being backstage of the Stone Pony, being on stage when the drummer needed his drums. When he had suntan lotion coming, here's the towel. I threw it at him. You know what I mean?
We just played with the Black Crowes last summer at the
that's
Black
so
Crowes.
cool.
We did Sebastian Bach, which it's funny, we really don't fit with Sebastian, but it was a good show. It's a rock show, and we play the Pony, I'd say maybe 3-4 times a year, but it's a national act. We're looking for a national act.
But you can't go wrong with that.
No, I love it. And if we play in town, we'll do like the Wonder Bar or something if we're running our own show. They haven't really played Asbury that much. There's a new venue in Red Bank called the Vogel.
I've heard of this place.
Yeah, we're playing there with King's X on August 4th. And then we've got some other stuff coming up that I'm just trying to solidify for September, October, November. So there's some stuff coming down, and hopefully we'll get out and play a little bit more. We've only played, this record came out, what was it, March 1st? So we've only done 4 shows since. So
but it's getting attention though. You know what I mean?
it needs more attention.
And it
I'll
surely
never
will
be
get more.
satisfied.
No, I
Never
get
be.
you. Hey, listen, I strive, being a small podcaster from New Jersey. You know what I mean? I'm in the pool just like you.
Yeah,
I'm a little baby fish trying to beat all the sharks out.
yeah.
And that's something I inspired with you guys too, because like you said, you opened for Sebastian Bach, Black Crows. You opened up for some nice names already. Just
Deep
talking.
Purple. I mean, if you look at our list of like 30 or 40 bands that we've played with or that we've gone out with,
Mhm.
we've done some great stuff through the years, and some of it's, older, when we were first together, but some of the latest stuff that we've done, Stone Temple Pilots, Rival Sons, Blackberry Smoke, Government Mule, those are shows that we've done over the last 4 or 5 years.
Last time I saw STP was at, I want to say it was the Stone Pony show.
Was it the summer stage?
Yes, it was the summer stage.
We played that show.
So I probably was there for your show, not realizing it. So here I am. I remember it was one of those awesome nights. Which
Rival
was,
Sons opened that show.
yes, they did.
Yep.
So I
We
did
were-
see you guys. So
Yep.
wow, talk about spinning it back for me a little bit. You know what I mean?
What was that? 4 years ago, right before COVID, right?
It was right before COVID. It was like 4 or 5 years ago.
We have that. We actually have that show recorded.
Oh, nice.
Haven't released anything from it. We were going to try and mix it and mess with it, but we haven't done anything with it yet. But we might eventually.
So I actually stood in the middle of the stage, not in the middle, but like in the back rear by the middle of the area where all the sound guys were, because my buddy was a huge sound guy, so he always loved seeing the boards and all. I just did it for leaning purposes, because by the time STP came out, I was exhausted. My feet were killing me.
Those Stone Pony Summer Stage shows could be long. Doors are at 4 or 5 o'clock, and you're not out of there till 10:30.
Yep. But I will say this, if I do remember correctly, across the street from the boardwalk, there was a wonderful Korean taco spot.
Logo.
Yes.
Logo. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the place, man. They've got that on the boardwalk, but they also have the one restaurant down on Cookman. So
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
an actual restaurant. Yeah, that place.
We went there and I was like, "Ooh, bulgogi, I love it." You know what I mean? And I had 4 or 5 that night too. So
Yeah, those are good. They go down fast.
they do, especially when you have some Miller Lights in you.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I always have. I'll go there and just go for a walk, or we'll just go out to dinner or something. I do love Asbury Park. It is home.
It's it's funny. I remember Asbury Park growing up. It was not in the greatest shape at one point.
No. We used to play the fast lane, and it was like a war zone to drive through just to play your show.
Yeah.
You would hope that people would come because they didn't know where they were going to park or being afraid to park. But luckily, Colossal Street Jam back in those days, we had a house that was about not even 10 miles away. So you knew if you were coming to the fast lane to see us, you were invited to the after show. And
that's cool.
Be at the house, and you could fit a lot of people in that house. So our shows were crazy back then. And I had hair down to my waist. Sal had hair down those waists. We were just, crazy kids just trying to make it happen. We did our best. And just, through life, you get frustrated, and then you break away from each other. And, Sal and I have never stopped playing together, which is the funny thing, is that we do, we'll go out to an acoustic duo, acoustic trio. Now we have this cover band that goes out. And like I had told you before we go on, now we came on here, is that we'll use that cover band to help, pay for whatever we need in Colossal, and it works. And it's, to keep playing together, for me and him to be together, and Tony too, for this long period of time, is something else, to be with your friends. And our old drummer, we were tight with him as well, and he just didn't want to come along for the ride as we got to play out more and more. But it's all good. It's a lifestyle choice, and you have to really want it. The people that you live with, your kids, whatever, they all have to be on board with you too, and some of us are lucky to have that.
I will say that I will agree with you 100%, because this past, when I was in another podcast, Playlist Wars, with my buddy, and unfortunately with his kids being older, my kids being younger, our times, we just couldn't agree on time, so we took a hiatus.
Right.
As my December, you know, October rolls around and my birthday was running around in December and Christmas. You know, my wife goes in November, she goes, you know, listen, I want you to be happy, but I want you to do things that make you happy. So
Right.
she threw an ultimatum at me. Either go back to playing pool, where I've gone to Vegas to play for a national championship many of times,
Oh,
or continuing podcasting, but do your own thing. I'm like, wow, that's a hard choice.
yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
Emily Duddy?
I'm sorry.
You know Emily Duddy?
Yes, I do. I follow her on Instagram because she's actually a friend of Scott Simonetti, who was on that show Pool Hustlers on
She's a good friend of ours. We actually just played her wedding in Woodstock last July.
yes, I actually follow her, and oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's one girl. I know she plays in the city.
Yeah,
I know
she's married to my friend Neil, who used to be a guitar tech for Sal when we were younger.
Oh wow.
Neil called up and said, "Hey, I want you guys to come play our wedding." So he got us a house right up in the mountains, and they had a beautiful house on the side of a mountain. We went and played for them.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're good friends of ours. They're really, really great.
She's a great pool player. I watched her on that show, Hustlers, when it came out, and a friend of mine who I played pool with at Castle Billiards, Scott Simonetti, knew her very well and knew everybody. So, and that's how I got introduced to her, was watching that show. And she's a great person though. She's got a heart of gold. She's also a very good pool player.
Yeah.
I mean, phenomenal.
Billiard bombshell.
Yep. I actually follow her on Instagram. So she's
their
also,
wedding was excellent. Yeah, we had such a great time.
there's a couple of people that went that I knew.
We're supposed to play in Woodstock the next day outside at this big venue, and it was going to be packed, and we found out.
Oh man.
Yeah, they had set that up for us. It was just us playing covers at their wedding, and then Colossal was going to play this venue in Woodstock, and we couldn't do it. I don't even know how we were going to get there because we couldn't get the tour bus because there was an overpass we couldn't get the bus under.
Oh no. Oh, that would have been so cool though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, next time. But
definitely.
They're good friends of ours. Emily's great. Yeah, we've got a long historic past with a lot of different people that have come in and out and jammed with the band or named the band or been part of, our friend, list here throughout the years. So we've been lucky.
But that's a great part. Like for me, I had New Jersey News 12. She used to work for New Jersey News 12. Cara DeFalco, Christina Bear, 2-time Emmy winner, Christina Bear. Matter of fact, Don Smith and Marissa Brini. So for me, and like you, these are like local New Jersey celebrities for me. You know what I mean? Like this is the greatest feeling I've ever had. Matter of fact, I got to hang out with Cara DeFalco. We went out to dinner at a friend's restaurant here in Caldwell, New Jersey. That I did an interview with her, but also I promoted her restaurant because I love going there. So for me, it's my heritage of being half Peruvian, half Cuban, but born to be in America. So so for me, getting the Peruvian food the way my dad used to make it, it was just like, oh my god, this is heaven. So, like you said, I have little connections, but for only connections that I have, they still talk to me, see how I'm doing. They reach out, I reach out. Just like you know what I mean? I'd definitely be reaching out, say, hey, what's going on? How's the things going? Because I'm always curious how everything's going with the shows, stuff like that. Because, hey, everybody needs a little lifeline just to BS a little bit.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch after this for sure.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I definitely will. I mean, if I could go to the 4th on August, I'm going to try to be there.
You see you guys. I'll take care of you. You let me know.
Yeah, I definitely will, because Red Bank,
are you familiar with King's X? Do you know?
I've heard of them. I'm not very familiar with them.
King's X has been around for a long time. They actually played the second Woodstock.
Okay.
If you ask any musician who the best trio of all time is, King's X will be mentioned with, other trios like the Police and that. But Jerry Gaskill, the drummer for King's X, is actually a very good friend of ours.
Oh, nice.
We didn't get the show through him because we would never ask him, but because the Vogel is like our home base. So And Jerry was out to see us on Friday night when we were playing. So
Oh, that's cool though. But at
he's
least
a legendary drummer, man. Look up that band. I'm telling you, if you want to hear a great band with great 3-part harmonies and just 3 guys that make it sound like there's 8 guys up there.
that's them. And that's something I wouldn't mind checking out, because for me to hear good music like that, like with you, Gene, and everybody, I'd pay to go see that. You know what I mean?
You might be surprised because you might know a song or two and not realize that you knew it. You know,
And you're probably right. I probably have heard some of their stuff,
they've
not
been around
realize
for a
it.
while. They toured with AC/DC. They've been around for a long time, but they're a great band. They're really based originally out of Texas.
Okay.
Gary's here in Jersey for a while, and you know, I've saw that band 13 times before I met Jerry. That's how big of a fan I was. And then he was at one of our shows one night, and I'm looking out there and I'm like, I think that's Jerry Gaskill. And Sal was like, that is Jerry Gaskill. We went over and Sal had met him already. So it was just an honor for me. And now I call him friends. So I really, you know, I'm really happy about that.
I'm actually posting. I just went on their YouTube, and I see a lot of their stuff. Just
If you were to buy tickets right now,
Mhm.
Joe, the picture that pops up is the band and Jerry is wearing our t-shirt.
That's so cool.
Every press photo for the new album that they just released,
Right.
Jerry's wearing our t-shirt.
But that's awesome though. Like,
Crazy.
That's crazy, and that's awesome though.
Yeah. We can't catch a cold, but Jerry Gaskill is wearing our t-shirt and millions of people are seeing it. So it's cool.
But that's so, and that's something that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very nice to him. They were on the Monsters of Rock cruise, and
Nice.
the photo session day where people were coming up and meeting them, and he had our t-shirt on, and that's
so cool. And that's what I think, and that's a great thing, you know what I mean? Like when you see bands representing other bands, you know what I mean? Or even talking about other bands. Like we
I'm
are
wearing a King's X shirt forever. He didn't know.
and that's
He's wearing our shirts now.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. And
I mean,
you and I were talking before when you said when we started, you know, where Colossal started and stuff like that. And that's another thing that I always mention, and it's probably in our bio, but you ever watch Futurama?
Yes.
You know Bender?
Yes, I do.
You know John DiMaggio?
Yes.
That's the voice of Bender. He named our band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. John's a close friend of Sal's and has become we're all great friends with him since we were all like 19 years old.
That's so cool though.
Yeah. So we've got that history with him as well. So it's cool. We've got some good people in our corner. You know?
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. I mean, just hearing the name drops tonight, it's so cool to see, because like
I don't like name dropping, but we were talking about that before, and that's where Colossal Street Jam comes from. You know, he named it one night. He came to see us jam, and he was just like, "You guys are like one big, huge Colossal Street Jam," because we're so influenced by different things.
Right.
Name stuck, and that's
it's like for me, Sleevie G. Everyone goes, "How the hell did you come up with the name?" Mm-hmm. I go, "Well, it's simple, because in my old podcast, I would wear cutoff shirts."
Right.
So everyone, if we were doing Zoom, you see me like you see me now.
Right.
And I posted on Twitter, said, "Hey guys, I'm going to start my own podcast. It's either going to be the Gomez Project or the Sleevie G Show." And Sleevie G Show, I got so many hits, it was like 98%. I'm like, okay, well, the show's been named.
Well, I saw when I saw your email and I saw your name,
yeah,
the Sleevie G Show, I said, is this guy gonna be covered like me? Is he gonna be looking like this with all sleeved out and stuff? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have my tats. My very first one was a Chinese symbol fathers when my dad died. I'm very proud of that one. And then the next one was just I went through that tribal phase.
Yeah.
I got that, and then I got a cross on this arm with tribal on it. What's kind of funny, I put my last name, Gomez, because someone goes, "Why would you do that?" I said, "Well, if anything, if the guy in the morgue is trying to identify me, at least he's got a last name." Right. It was always like a running joke, but I always loved Old English lettering, so I wanted my name in Old English. But the one tattoo that's on my leg that you can't see, it's the Cuban flag, the American flag, and the Peruvian flag all tied up as one.
That's cool,
because it represents my mom, my dad, and me.
It's awesome. When it means something, it's worth doing.
Yeah.
Know? Now I had tattoos when I started at 16, and my arm was a whole bunch of different things, and I just went into a friend who's unbelievable, but he moved to California. So we got to tie this all together. So he did a lot of cover up, and I got a 55. You're not going to be able to see it, but I got a, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see some of it. Yeah. Oh, there it is. I like the
55
mic.
microphone.
Yep, I can love it.
Everything just goes up and around, and then I have only one tattoo on my other arm, and it's the same tattoo my dad got when he was a teen, and that's, you really won't be able to see much of it, but it's an old eagle, and it
Yeah.
says that up top. So,
And that's awesome. Like
this
that,
arm will be looking like this arm sometime in the future, but I keep on getting other things instead of it, you know.
no, hey, it's fortunately I'm the same way. Like
We got albums to pay for. We just put everything out on vinyl. I can't be getting tattoos. Vinyl's expensive.
Oh, vinyls is very expensive. But like I said, and that's the great thing, you know what I mean? Like you're about your family, but you're also about your tight and group friends like I am.
Yeah.
You'll be there. You're that lead guy that's gonna be there, like, listen, you need help, I got you.
Yeah, I preach family, and I do, and I believe the guys, we are in this band. Not only are we that tight, but we're all tight with our families as well. Like Sal, his wife, sister to me.
Yeah.
And same thing with Tony, his wife, same way. I've known them forever. So, and then Dave and Eric Eric and I have gotten really, really super close, and Dave and I have been very super close as well. And it's great, because sometimes you get guys in bands and it feels good musically, but maybe outside it doesn't. Everything is right, and I think that's why we're writing as well as we are, and we're able to do what we're doing without really any issues. Right. Everybody has a bad day, but we're all on the same page, and that's a hard thing. Is we have tag publicity, and we've been working with the booking agent over in Europe, but anything that happens here in the U.S. as far as bookings, I do. So it's not an easy road when the lead singer of a band is also the booking agent, because venues know that, promoters know that, and they can pull one over on you. They don't think you're, where that, like, they have this idea that you're not as good as you should because you don't have a booking agent. Listen, I want a booking agent, but I also have a hard time letting it go. It's it's like my baby.
I get you.
To take care, to give somebody, just say, hey, look, go book us, and then you end up in some terrible place in West Virginia that no one even cares that you're there. That I care about as well. So but we have had some great talks with some distributors. We've had some great talks with some booking agents, and this is all coming, some of it from Tag and some of it from friends outside in the business that know that it's this is the time for us. And if it doesn't happen now, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. But I mean, we've got a ton more music to make, but I don't know about if we're going to go jumping over to Europe twice a year, trying to get down the East Coast or over to California, if things don't jump on this record. So
like I said, I hearing the latest record, I love it. And I hope for you and the band, I really do hope that you guys get that dream. You know what I mean? Because like for me, I dream of, where I call Sleevie G Studios the basement of my house. You know what I mean? It's the reason I have this up. If I took this down, you'd laugh. You see all my kids' stuff in the background. But you know what?
I'm sitting in my bar. I'm sitting in a bar.
You're sitting at the bar, but all my memorabilia is actually the other side, because, like you said, I'm a huge, I'm a hockey fan and a Giants fan. I'm a New York Rangers and Giants fan.
You get a kick out of this because all the Eagle stuff is all over here, and all the Giant stuff from my wife is all over here. It's crazy. And I got Buck Hunter, I got Star Wars, I got Pac-Man.
Oh my God. We just became best friends. We literally just became best friends. And that's the thing. And like I said, I've met some great people just like you have. And for the people that I've met, it's been such a huge honor. Like, people don't get it when you're booking and you're trying to get people on shows. Like you would know, because as you're booking shows, it's not easy. You're emailing people. You're constantly emailing, like, hey, what could I do?
Thank God I have Tag for that,
Yeah, and I gotta tell you that when they sent out the release for you guys, and I was reading, and I'm like, you know what? It took me all but 20 seconds to read the first couple of words, and then seeing what Asbury Park Press wrote.
Mhm.
saying true American rock and roll band, like I gotta talk to him.
It's awesome.
I got him.
Tom can send you. They really work with some great bands, and I hope that leads to bigger things for you as well, because they have some national acts on there too that they work with. So
We were we
those
took
two are awesome. They really are, and they care about the bands. They care about the people they
they
work
do.
with. And I'm really happy that we went back with them. We weren't sure what we were going to do with this new record,
Mhm.
what avenue we were going to take. But they were definitely the first call that we made.
And I'll tell you, I'm very lucky because actually my best friend is the one that got my name on with them.
Mhm.
So I'm grateful for that connection because breaking on your own is not easy. You know, you guys have been doing it for so long.
Mhm.
You know, for me, it's difficult. You know, he used to be my co-host at Playlist Wars. He already talked to the drummer from Huey Lewis on the News. He's
Very cool.
talked Kevin Litt from Kevin Best from Lit. You know,
Mhm.
he's gotten some big names already. Or me, you know what? I might not be that big of a name. I might not get them, but you know who I can get? I'm proud of it. And that's why when I tell people it's a true honor to have you on the show, it really is because
I appreciate it. I'm very happy to be here. And when Tom told me, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm good. I'll talk to anybody about us. But just seeing the interaction between us, you're like,
Mhm.
I can't wait. And you know what? That's the way I felt. Because there's some things that, listen, I've done some interviews and podcasts over the last couple months that have
Mhm.
light of day.
Yeah.
Took my time to do it. And it's just like, oh, this band isn't, breaking the, nationally. So, hey, we'll just hold on to it. And that, to me, is it a waste of time? I love talking about the band, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't go out to anybody, then I'm not picking up one person. That's what you want to do is you can pick up a couple people just to spread the word. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
podcast, I'm going to spread the word. This is going to be on our Facebook. This is going to be on our website, and people are going to go and they're going to check out your YouTube and they're going to check out your website, just like I did. I went and looked at your links, and that's how one
And
helps
that's
the other, man. That's the best part of the business when
yeah.
people work together. They don't work together, no one goes forward.
And that's the thing. Like I just broke. It's kind of funny, like you said that. I just had the last girl who was on the show, Jen from Jersey Girl Travels,
Mm-hmm.
ultra competitive, ultra everything, and I talk about automatically being best friends. At the end of the show, we just exchanged numbers. That's
That's awesome.
how where she's coming back on. We're going to collaborate in
Good.
the for the winter uh to raise money, actually, to do some stuff. So we can't wait. We're excited about it already. And we're actually planning to hang out soon too, because with her husband and my wife, we're like, let's interact. You know what I mean? Let's just hang out. And that's what I love, because when you meet people like us, like you and me, I tell people it's it's not a full-blown interview. It's a fun time. It's
Mm-hmm.
just for you to talk, and we're celebrating you in the band.
Right.
And
Because I've been on some of these interviews where it's the same. They probably ask the same questions. They cut you off. They don't let you go. And then it's like, all right, what's your website? And then you're done. It's like 15 minutes, if that, and then you're done. Which, you know what, is still great. It's
Mhm.
because they're putting the word out, but it's so much easier just to talk to someone and just have a conversation and break the ice. And then, like we're doing now. This is great.
Yeah.
I would do this 100 times over than to just sit and talk and say the same taglines and then get off a call.
And that's the thing, and that's what I like. We just we talked about a little personally about some things that happened to us and happened to you, and
Mm-hmm.
happened to Sal, and what happened to your wife, and what's happening in my life too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's huge, because that's an automatic connection right there, because you don't talk about things like that. And I also feel that when I do my research, I just nitpick a little things here and there,
Right.
like key things, because I don't want you to be bored.
Right.
I want you to laugh, have a good time, drink. When I
I'm
had this,
drinking. I'm
oh,
drinking.
I know you are. Cheers on that. I mean, I wish I had a beer, but I'll drink my water any day.
I'm doing
You
some.
know, and everybody who I've talked to has been so delighted and thankful. I'm like, no, it's like, you don't understand on my part. I'm thanking you guys because it's the greatest thing ever. I'm doing what I love.
Yeah, and just keep it going, man.
And,
I'm doing what I love, and I'm keeping it going as well.
and that's one thing I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep doing it. And, no matter what.
Keep doing it.
And, and like I
Everybody's got
said,
to have that something that gives them that great joy. Music does that for me. Football does that for me.
same here.
Daughter play competitive softball does that for me. Those are the kind of things that I enjoy and that I would do probably over everything. So those things that you love, if you don't have them as a major part of your life, then what are you doing? Watching TV, fighting with somebody online. It's just, you got to enjoy your life. I've been doing this for a long time. And, it's if you don't do what you love, and that's what the great thing about Colossal is, we don't have delusions of grandeur. We'd like to jump on a tour for 2 months? Hell yeah. Would we like to sell a lot more records than we are? Sure. But we're doing this because we love it and we love playing together. And that feeling when we get on stage, or that feeling when we write that song, that we all look at each other and go, yeah, that's what we were looking for. That's the best part of life. When you have those feelings that no matter what it is in life, podcast, anything,
For me, it's being on this, and what I do now is because I do it on Zoom. I get to talk to when I did the other show, we did it. It's hard to see people. You want to see reactions.
Right.
You want to talk face to face. And that's what I love to do. I mean, what I do here is a mixture. I love video games. I love music. I love movies. I really love food too. I love sports. I love everything. And that's why I did an autism show with a friend of mine from high school. I want to bring awareness to that. I had another friend of type 2 diabetes. We're going to bring awareness, and she's got a bike race up in upstate New York that we're going to raise money for her. You know what I mean? And that's what I did.
That's awesome. I do a lot of things for Special Olympics.
And that's awesome. See, I didn't know that. And that's something
that with the other band, and also just in my private time.
And that's,
I have a friend, he's 30. I met him when he was 10. He's 30 something years old now. And he's an athlete in the Special Olympics.
And that's great. I would support that.
I follow him. He's like, and he's a friend. He's a good friend, and I love him. And his family is like my family.
And that's the greatest. That's the greatest thing right there.
The greatest thing.
I have an old friend of mine. He's got 2 twin kids, has cerebral palsy.
Wow.
And I brought him on, and he's a Marine. Bro, he broke down.
That's the reason to bring him on right there. Just that he's a Marine, but then with his children, that's
his children. But he broke down at one point. I broke down with him. Just because I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
But everyone's human.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. I actually had an actress. She's not a big actress, but she's been on some big name movies. She's only had 2 seconds, but it didn't matter. But letting her talk about what she's doing, what she has done, like you know what I mean? This is what we love, man. I love talking. It's like, I'm not here from TMZ. I don't want to know about the dirt. I just want to know who you guys are, and that's the respectful part, you know what I mean? And that's the greatest thing. I, like you said, you got some things coming up soon. Definitely August 4th, that's a show to check out with King's X with you guys. That's coming up in Red Bank on August 4th at 7:00. I am going to try to go to that show.
Yeah, let me know if you're coming. We'll
yeah, definitely. I'll keep you posted and let you know, because that's something I would love to, first of all, see you guys and take a picture with everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would be really cool.
Definitely, that'll happen for sure.
You know what I mean? Without a doubt. I mean, if not that, I'll definitely come to other shows. Especially drive down an hour. It won't kill me.
And we play in New York too. So I mean, up here in North Jersey, play with King's X. We were at the Gramercy Theater.
Oh, nice. That's not that far from me. That's a great spot too.
We just played Sony Hall. We just played the Cutting Room. So we play New York.
Cool. Well, hey, listen, I'll visit you anywhere. So I'll be straight up. But Gene, I really want to say thank you so much for coming on tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. It's a great honor to be here with you.
I know it's a huge honor for me having you on here. Gee, let everybody know, where could they find you guys in media and all that tonight?
Definitely. ColossalStreetJam.com is our website. We're on YouTube. Facebook is Colossal. It's Facebook.com/Colossal Street Jam. Same thing for Instagram, Twitter. We got a new video that just came out called Seconds. Came out 3 weeks ago. Sinestra Studios out of the Bronx, New York, did the video for us. Great video production company. Very emotional video. It's on YouTube right now. We'd love everybody to see it. Give us a, tell us what you think about it. And, mostly our website. And you can get us on bands in town, see where we're playing and everything. But yeah, we're all over the place. You just look up Colossal Street Jam. It's not your everyday name, so you'll find us.
Definitely. I mean, Gene, I gotta thank you, to the guys of the band. Hopefully one day I can get all you guys on the show one day.
That's a big chore.
that it is. I worked with the guys.
Me and Sal do a lot of the radio interviews and the press and stuff, but together is
even just you and Sal too. You know what I mean? I'll take both of you. No worries.
I'll tell you what, I bring Sal on. You better be prepared because you won't get a word in edgewise.
That's okay. Don't worry about it, man. It's all about the celebration of you guys. You know what I mean? And
awesome.
I gotta thank you. Again, it was a true honor. I'll definitely, try to get there on August 4th for you guys. I'll definitely let you know. I'm looking forward to it. The music, like I said, you guys just keep on rocking it, man. And
we will. We're not stopping. We're not going anywhere anytime soon.
And I hope with the next couple of weeks, like you said, the European booking agent came through. Hopefully, you guys book some great shows. Hopefully, over Europe. Like I said, Gene, you're always welcome to come back on the show anytime. It's a true honor to have you here. And like I tell everybody, even the smallest guy like I am a small fish in the world's biggest pond between New York and New Jersey. But anything could happen.
Right. Anything could happen. Keep it going.
And I appreciate the words, man. But like I always say at my end of the show, is nothing but love, peace, and happiness. And I'm going to say good night, everybody. Keep checking out the shows. Subscribe to his channel. Make sure you check him on Spotify, websites, everywhere, guys. Same thing with me. Spotify, hit that link tree. You'll find us all, man. Thank you, guys.